Good morning, guys. Let me show you a tour of our garden. This is what we've accomplished in 4 months here. When you walk outside the front yard, this is what you're gonna see, a whimsical garden that is in the shape of a bird of paradise flower. On this side here, we have our raspberry patch. Until they grow in, I've snuck in some vegetables like little pepper plants and some watermelon. I just don't want to leave any dead space until it gets filled up by our raspberries. There's also a fig tree in the middle of this patch that we're going to train into a fan shape. And then adjacent to this bed is our artichoke bed. And they're growing really well. I started this from seed, and you can kind of see here we have some wildlife netting because deer have been trying to munch on them. When we walk this way, you can see here our garden is on a hill. It's not too steep, but it's not flat either. This is the parts that kind of extend out and create the bird of paradise petals. These beds I call the snack garden. In the middle of these beds, I have some delicious tomatoes, mostly cherries and beef steaks and slicers. And then on the ends of these beds, I have carrots, we got radishes, green beans, and it just kind of repeats on just quick things I can pull out for dinner and kind of just go grocery shopping in these beds here. Move on to the second snack bed. This is gonna be our salad bed, and then there's more tomatoes in the middle. You can kind of see here some beautiful tomatoes forming. I've been alternating on this bed, 1 week picking one side of the lettuce bed and then the other half the next week. Our garden is going to eventually keep on expanding further out, probably until we hit that creek where the darker colored grass is. And then we have a huge, maybe 2 or 3 acre meadow right over there. We haven't decided what we're going to do with it yet. Here's our third snack bed. We got some cabbages in here, some broccoli, garlic and onions, and then just a whole mixture of stuff. Again, tomatoes in the middle. I got peppers on the sides of the tomatoes. We have little carrots and green beans growing off the sides. And then right in the middle here is a huge bed. I got this trellis and I got some little cucumbers growing. There's also some potatoes mixed in here. I got a big empty spot here where my potatoes failed. I'm probably gonna squeeze in some squashes and pumpkins. And as we go further down on this bed, we've come across my canning section. In this bed, I have basil growing, which I'm gonna be making pesto. I even have beautiful purple basil as well. We have dry beans growing in this bed. And then we have aroma tomatoes and Rudiger tomatoes, maybe about like 30 of them growing in here. I'm going to be using for salsa and tomato sauce. And at the end of this bed is some corn growing. I haven't had success with corn, so I hope these make some delicious corn to eat. This section right here is our berry alley. I got goji berries growing in this bed that I have propagated from our mother plant in the middle here. This is going to be our strawberry bed and grape bed, but until it fills out, I just snuck in some vegetables. Snuck in some tomato plants, some celery, and pepper plants until these beds get filled out with the perennial strawberries. And they seem to be doing good. Here's a grape. It won't start producing for another 2 to 3 years. You can see right here our strawberry plant is sending out its babies and spreading. You can just take these and pull them wherever you want them to spread. In this bed I have 3 blueberries growing. They're growing really slow, and I've snuck in some flowers off on the side, some lupines and dianthus. And then we have some small alpine strawberries growing here. They're only going to get 6 inches tall, so they're not going to overtake the blueberries. And off to the side, I have a rhubarb bed growing. We got a little fig tree. And then we have 2 kiwi vines growing, one here and one right here. That was the tour of our garden. It's very non-traditional. If you took a drone and flew it over, you'd see that bird of paradise design. I did go to art school, and I was a nursery specialist for about 8 years, so I'm just kind of combining what is in my head and kind of creating it. Hopefully down the road we can make this garden look more beautiful, put down some pea gravel, build up the beds and make them raised. We'll see. Now let me show you our chickens. We're wrapping around our house to the back door here to our huge backyard. And we have our chickens over here. We were originally going to do them up in the pasture, but we decided to put them closer to our house because it'd be safer. Hi there. What are you doing? Hi, Sassy. Hi. That's Overcast. She likes to be petted. This was our first coop. We were originally going to do it as a portable coop, but it wasn't working. Little predators were able to get in underneath this, so we decided to turn it into a permanent coop. We submerged some wire underneath just so nothing can dig through and pull more of our hens out. Hey girls. Oh, she found the food. Are you okay? The girls like to chase us around the yard. It's quite entertaining. I hope you guys enjoyed the small tour. It's been a little too hot to film outside, and I've been kind of a little overwhelmed with things since we're kind of remodeling the inside of our farm. We did buy a rundown fixer-upper, so we are working on the inside. Let me show you right now what we've gotten done. And this is what our kitchen looks like right now. Needs some work, but we've painted this room, and now we need to do the floors. How exciting.
Come on, go to bed. Let's go. Go to bed, girls. Go to bed. Bedtime. Oh my gosh. Is that all of them?
You want to count them?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2. Yep, that's all of them.